tapping him with it just hard enough to make him flinch at the sting. "Is she really worth it?" I raised my eyebrows. "I know you enjoy a good blowjob as much as the rest of us, but this might be going a little far for pussy." He paused, blinking at me confusedly. "She's mine," he muttered, shaking his head. "You need to be put in your place." "My place?" I repeated, almost laughing at the idea of having a place here. "How about I take your place?" Dick grabbed the other end of the pool stick, causing it to snap as we struggled. He had size on me, but I'd learned to fight from guys that dwarfed him, and I wasn't drunk or high. I came in fast, getting inside his reach as I threw hard punches at his face and torso until he went down, swaying on his knees. I backed away, gesturing to the woman, who eyed me warily, and I shot her a sharp glance. "Me or him?" I said brusquely, and her eyes widened as her glance went over my shoulder. I dropped, barely missing the knockout punch he'd leveled at me, and my fingers curled around the broken pool stick I'd lost earlier. I twisted with it in my hand, feeling him coming at me from behind, and he impaled himself on the jagged end. He stared at me in shock, his hands going to his stomach where the pool stick protruded. I released it, stepping back as he collapsed to his knees, the room around us silent. "What the hell is going on out here?" Monty roared, and the circle around me parted, giving him a clear view of his second-in-command, a pool stick jutting from him as blood pooled on the floor. "Did you kill my VP?" he asked, his eyes glittering dangerously, and several of the men stepped back, but I stood my ground. "Yes," I answered, stating the obvious. "And you're welcome." "Boy, you better think carefully about your next words," Monty snarled, and I crossed my arms. "You're here as a favor to your mother." "I thought I was here so you could gloat about it," I retorted, and his lips drew back, revealing tobacco-stained teeth. "I did you a favor killing Dick," I continued, the room so silent no one dared take a breath. "He was a liability." I stepped over Dick's dead body, coming face to face with Monty. "In fact, I've done nothing but clean house for you since I got here." Everyone seemed to suck in a breath at once with that little bombshell. "I think it's time you give me what I want." "And what exactly would that be?" Monty asked, his gaze warning me to tread carefully. "Full membership." The words dropped into the silence, sending ripples throughout the room. I nudged Dick's leg. "VP would be nice too," I added as an afterthought, and Monty stared at me for a long second, then threw back his head as he roared with laughter. "You'd make your daddy proud," he declared, pointing at me as some of the tension in the room drained. "Brass balls. I like you, kid. I do." He shook his head, glancing down at Dick. "You were right about Dick. He enjoyed the product a little too much." I refrained from mentioning he was nothing but a cokehead. "I'll give you what you want," he continued, and I didn't let the relief that flashed through me show. "But it's up to you to keep it." "Not a problem," I replied. The words should have sounded cocky, but instead came out completely confident. I'd been waiting for this opportunity, a chance to get behind closed doors and discover their secrets so I could take them down. "I really didn't expect you to prove yourself so quickly. I guess I owe your mother a debt of gratitude," he chuckled, eyeing me carefully. "I have no doubt what she'll want in payment." I kept my face intentionally blank, and he stepped back, his gaze sweeping over